call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in Htown, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer. And a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season. This is a massive game.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Oh, they're after him. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. We want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his back in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You're looking down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Sooners hit it quickly to the line. Lost to fire on second down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown Sooners. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Offense comes onto the field. On chunk of yardage, they've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
To the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be anything.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been now.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. There is has nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the Deets getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The 40, the 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He'll start this drive firing. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Headed to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The short hands. It's Wang. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. So nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's going for it all. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Back's looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Quarterback making adjustments. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. The 10.
The pass on 2nd down. Intercepted by Oklahoma. And
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
And they will score. Touchdown Sooners.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. See them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ball's in the deep ball. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has...
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He'll try to take it back. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
28, Houston, 3.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooners ready to go on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Snagged out of the air. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cutler. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The give on the inside. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Complete to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Nix. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Complete. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Houston going up tempo. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back.
It's on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to throw, it's Nix. Looking to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. The option look. Now the pitch. Tackle behind the line line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not...
Touchdown, Cougars! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Here he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
On the ready? Dino. 42 Spider.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Nix. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Houston wants to play fast.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to
lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Cougar! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll try the run. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Might be looking to run. Completes the shuffle pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, he's got a chance. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Sooners have their offense in high gear.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Military stun.
Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0.
Dip 3 soda. Dip 3 soda.
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. UTSA packed a wallop today. This was supposed to be a major road test, and instead it felt like a stroll down the Riverwalk there in San Antonio. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the press. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Back to throw, it's Nix. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 35. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Buying some time. On the run, fires downfield. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Quickly complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Nix. Unloads it left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, the big fella running to glory. Touchdown, Oklahoma. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Wants to throw. It's Nix. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Spin. Still running. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Ready up. Ready. Ready, set.
Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.